Hello and welcome to Planet Zoo. I am here in the Gavermeersen, my ZSU zoo. So in my previous entered zoo video, I kind of said I wasn't going to participate in ZSU anymore, but then I gave it another chance. I visited three zoos recently. Of course, Zoo Antwerp, Plankendael, and Zoo Lille in France. And I was kind of inspired to begin or to continue this project. I had a couple of animals left over from breeding like 2 months ago or something, or 3 months ago, that I could trade away for new animals and to grow my collection. And I made some I made a master plan basically to kind of draft where the project is going, and you can already see that I have changed quite a lot over here. We have our same entrance building over here still. We have our same shop, our same windmill over here, but our penguin area has changed dramatically. So this is part of a new area I call Expedition Chile, named after the country. Basically, this is inspired by the South American aviary at Plankendael, which has like Humboldt penguin, Inca tern, Chilean flamingo, and stuff like that. They have them in an aviary, and I thought, well, maybe I could do something similar, but still different enough to give it an original character. And this is the result. So this is of course implied netting over here. Over here we have our Humboldt penguin, or Humboldt penguins, who are of course still in our zoo. I actually got some from Crocs to bolster my collection. I think I have like 10 in total now. Let me quickly check. Yeah, 10. Okay, they are hungry and thirsty, of course, because I'm not doing any of that. There's fish over here, people. Okay, so I have 10 in total now. I think I started out with 6 and I got 4 from Crocs, and I think 2 or 1 of them is even pregnant, so that's good. But this is our pool for Humboldt penguin. You see they can't get over to the other pool because the other pool will be for Magellanic penguin. It's a different species of penguin which is found in Chile. It's a bit more to the south of I actually have an info board here. I might still change this, but you see like the range of the Humboldt penguin. The Magellanic penguin is much more here in the south. So yeah, those will be in this pool over here, kind of to show the fact that there are different kinds of penguin that really look alike and they don't all live in Antarctica. Yeah, I'm going to get them from Julius, who has a zoo in South America, but international trading right now is disabled. So as soon as that is enabled again, I'm going to have like, what was it, six Magellanic penguins in here. I am also looking for Inca tern. I've made a deal with Crocs for his offspring. I think 2 of his Inca tern are currently in the process of laying eggs, and then I will also get I think a male from Drorn to kind of set up my own breeding colony in here, and then the details of that deal still have to be drafted, but the goal is to have a breeding colony in here and to kind of get things started for this aviary. And then I am also getting Argentine or red shoveler. It's kind of a duck. I'm getting them from Zane from Pineview. They are getting offspring and I'm getting that offspring. So there will be a total of 4 different species in this Expedition Chile aviary. So that's really exciting. Next on my update list is over here, my harbor seal pool. Now I I'm really not sure what to do with this, but I have currently a vague idea of what I want to do. I have my European otters over here, and I'm thinking of moving these into my forest area, because that makes more sense than to have them here in my coastal area. I'm going to trade away my harbor seal. I'm going to give them to Leaf, who has a brand new seal facility, and he only has a breeding pair of harbor seals, so getting him 2 extra females and an extra male would be quite cool, I guess, or quite good for him to have more breeding possibilities. And then I'm going to like redo this entire area. I was looking up if there were any like South American species, or specifically like Chilean species of seal or sea lion, and I think I found like a type of I think it was Patagonian sea lion. Yeah, so this entire coastal area might be revamped or rethought in a much more South American / Patagonian coastal environment, which would also make sense with a species I have over there, but we'll return to that later. So yeah, this might change. Then over here we have my forest area at Gaverbos. I added a small little logo to it, nothing too special, it's just the stained glass squirrel thingy, but I thought it was like the perfect size to put here. So of course this you've seen already, but I have added signage for all the animals in here, with kind of leaf shapes to give it some, I don't know, visual distinction or something. But here we have, of course, our wild boar. Now these two had offspring. I've already traded away 2 of their offspring, the 2 females, and I still have 1 male left that I can trade away. I'm still looking for someone to take it from my hands. But then over here we have our Pear David deer. Oh Jesus! I might make this a bit bigger. I still have like space over here to make this a bit bigger. But currently this is a mixed species or a multi-species habitat enclosure, housing of course our Pear David deer and Reeves Mantiac. In Dutch we call it Chinese Mantiac. But I got 2 Reeves Mantiac. I'm using the Giant Mantiac mod as a stand-in, but I got 2 Reeves Mantiac from, let me check, Angsu Hjort och Park. I'm sorry if my pronunciation was horrible, but yeah, that's where I got them from. So these are, as I said, a multi-species enclosure, and I eventually do want to have like a breeding herd of Pear David deer in here, and but I'll probably tell you about that in a later episode when I get the results from a contest. But I will explain that later. It's not for this episode, I just have way too much updates to give you. But yeah, that's the mixed species enclosure, and then we have one more enclosure here in our forest area, and that is the red fox. The red fox, I have a breeding pair of them, and they came from Fredriksund Dierenpark. So I've been trading a lot with European zoos, obviously, because I can't do international trades yet. No one can at the moment. But as a result, I have managed to add some more species into this area and expand it a bit. Now let's go over to our children's zoo. I have added something here as well. It's like, I thought this was like a perfect thing to add here, because it's really something you would see at a kindergarten or something. So I thought that would really fit this sign. But the children's zoo, of course, this you saw all this already. But what we have here is our Scottish Highland cattle. added a little barn from the workshop in here, and then these walls here to give like a Scottish farm look, I guess. But I'm really happy with this. I'm really happy with this children's zoo. It's a bit isolated from the rest of the park, but that's why there is a separate entrance here, because I don't know, it's ideal to go like with your children to this part, and then if you want you can still do the rest of the zoo. I might eventually also add like a monorail or something, but if we are doing roleplay, currently the zoo really doesn't have that high of a budget. Like most of our money currently went on our Expedition Chile project over there. That's why most of our enclosures can look a bit boring compared to other zoos. Oh, I really love my wallabies. As I said, I really like this area, and the fact that we have like Indian peafowl which can exit and enter this little aviary as they please. I really like the idea of that. Yeah, that's our children's zoo. And then if we go back to our main entrance over here. So as I said, this is going to be kind of this may be rethought from a coastal area or a coastal zone into a more general Patagonian zone. There is one issue, or one thing I'm still not sure about. I have a breeding pair of Greater Rhea here. Now I promised them to trade them away to Julius for the Magellanic penguins, in addition to offspring from my squirrel monkeys, but the chances are that I might get offspring from these guys if the enclosure system is re-added again, because of course they weren't added in that before they moved to ZSU International. But if I can get offspring from these guys, I can give my offspring to Julius instead, because these guys also fit into the general Patagonian area I would have going on here. Now there's one more inhabitant in this little enclosure, and it's a single female southern screamer. I got gifted them from Clatau Zoo. So this is like a general Patagonian savanna or grassland habitat, and it really fits in with the Patagonian / Chilean area I have going on over there. But there's an obvious thing in between here, like my bird area. I was going to do a large bird of prey themed stuff here, but well, first of all I traded away my barn owl breeding pair, Hoot Hoot, if you remember from the very beginning. And I also traded away my Rosella, my Crimson Rosella, to Crocs, because Crocs wanted to do a giant Australian aviary. I also gave him some of my zebrafinch. I still have zebrafinch, and in fact my zebrafinch are laying eggs, but they don't really fit into this area anymore if I want to make this an entire like Patagonian area, which is why I may move this entire stuff here, or these bird stuff, to my children's zoo, and then have the show, because it also fits in more to have a bird of prey show where your children are, because those are generally that is generally the public that would be interested in that kind of stuff, like families with children. And then have this area more as a showcase of regular animals and stuff. But yeah, I might do that. If I still had my barn owls, I think they would have been or fitted in better in my well, either my children's zoo or somewhere in my forest area or something. But yeah, that might change. I might move this. And then we have over here, you've already seen this, but we have our scimitar oryx. They are all inside now, but you may notice that I have two more scimitar oryx in here. Well, these are two females I got from Klato Zoo again. So what we are trying to do, Klato Zoo and the Gavermeersen, is have our two breeding colonies or breeding herds a bit more spread out evenly, so the chances of getting offspring are higher for scimitar oryx, because we are the only two zoos in Europe that have them. And the fact that these are so rare, and in combination with the fact that we are getting these guys officially in the game in the conservation pack. Oh, looks like they decided to go outside. But the fact that we are getting these guys officially in the game is really causing a lot of people to want them. But we need more breeding pairs or breeding groups to start getting them out there. Like, I've already made a deal with Forge. By the way, if you haven't checked out Forge's video on keeping zebra, I really recommend checking it out. I might put a link in the description to his video, but it's really awesome. It's like a little lesson or a little like course on how to keep them according to official zoo standards and stuff like that. But yeah, the fact that these are so rare is really making it hard, or it's really putting pressure on these few individuals that we already have to start breeding. But I have already made a deal with Forge, as I was saying. He has, I think, 3 female scimitar oryx, so if I get a male, I will send it his way. Of course, that is if international trading is enabled again. But yeah, and then Crocs also has a breeding reservation in another deal I made with him. So a lot of reservations going. So that's it for the scimitar oryx. One more thing I want to say about these is that in my master plan, which you can check out in my press room, I have in my third phase, so my phase that's going to take the longest, I have like a basic idea for a Sahara area, which would include a giant mixed enclosure for these guys with another type of gazelle, maybe even ostriches. What else was in there? I might put in, I have guinea fowl, but they are not on show, but I don't really think their range overlaps, so I'm not sure if they would fit in. Of course, the problem is that these guys are mostly extinct in the wild. I think there are like a couple of groups in nature reserves, but essentially these guys are extinct in the wild, which means that of course they won't encounter helmeted guinea fowl, for example, because they already have such a close or such a small range compared to the guinea fowl, so the chances of them encountering is really small. But does that mean they never encountered throughout history? I can't say that, so I might put them in this enclosure here. Might give these guys some interspecies enrichment as well. But yeah, that's it for this area. Or this project, so the multi-species enclosure. I might also look for like a carnivore, like a cheetah, or African wild dog, or fennec fox, or something similar, which lives in the Sahara. Yes, there are Saharan cheetah, for those who didn't know. Next we have our tropical area over here. This might eventually become a tropical South Africa, what am I saying? Tropical South America region. I already have my common squirrel monkeys in here, but I also have constructed this tropical house. Now, I initially built this and then my save file got corrupted, so I had to build it again. But there's currently 3 species in here. First of all, we have white-nosed coatis. Now, we've made this awesome mod for those, but initially this habitat had like a moat around it. Now, I wanted to give them a bit more space, so that's why I'm working with mesh right now. But these guys have a bit of an outside area, kind of inspired by their enclosure in Lille in France. But when you go inside of the tropical house, they also have an interior habitat. It looks like, is that food? Or what is this? I don't recognize this. I didn't put that in there. Oh. Yeah, they have an interior habitat as well, because of course in the winter it can get quite cold. Right now they're like in the backstage area in between the exterior and interior. But yeah, they have like, and this would be heated of course to keep them warm in the winter months. So that's the white-nosed coati, and then over here I have a boa imperator breeding pair. Fun fact, I am currently the only holder of boa imperators in the entirety of ZSU, so that includes like other continents as well. I'm the only holder of them right now. I've yet to receive offspring for them, and I've yet to receive offers to get offspring, like reservations. So I'm not sure if these are like highly valuable or not. The only thing I know is that I'm the only one that has them right now. So that's boa imperator, and then next to them we have our African dwarf crocodile, who had offspring 2 months ago, 3 male baby crocs. I still have 2 of them left to trade away. Like I have one of them, or I traded one of them away for the red fox pair. Yeah, I still have 2 males of these that I can trade away. They have nice little enclosure in my opinion. I should maybe put like a lamp over here where they can. Oh, okay, this is getting out of hand. That they can like rest here in plain view. Yeah, but there's still room for expansion over here. Now, speaking of expansion in this area, I already said that this might become like a more general South American tropical zone, or a tropical area in the zoo. Now I am also going to, or my master plan phase 2 was to build a Congo inspired region, or Congo inspired area called Expedition Congo, which may mean that the African dwarf crocodile may move to that area instead of in this tropical house. This Congo area would include a boat ride, which would make sense because this used to be an old water theme park type of thing, so it would make sense that we have like an old river cruise type of thing still operational or something like that. So that would be included in my Congo area, but the issue is right now the only Congolese animal I have right now are these dwarf crocs over here. So that's basically all I had to say for this update. I don't know how long I've been talking already, but yeah, that's all I had to say. Maybe for those who are in ZSU and are in Europe, I will repeat shortly what I still have left to trade. I have a male boar left and 2 male dwarf crocodiles left to trade. If you want them and you have something I want, feel free to contact me. Also, all of my species, except for those who already have breeding reservations, are available for breeding reservations as well. And with that, I hope you enjoyed this little update. I hope I have inspired you to do like similar complete overhauls of areas in your zoo. And let me know what you think about like Planet Zoo's future, Planet Zoo's upcoming conservation DLC and stuff like that. I think it's gonna be exciting. I'm still hoping that we get a bird DLC eventually, because there's like thousands of birds or types of birds that we still haven't got for modding. Of course, like ducks, like a single duck or single goose would already be such a huge thing for modding. Or a pelican, that will be like, look at these pelicans. Look at them. If we just had one official pelican, this would like revolutionize everything. Anyways, I hope I see you in a next episode, be it Antwerp Zoo or another Gavermeersen episode, and I'll see you next time. Bye!